You call the roll, please.
Berry,
Here.
Brooks, Frizzalone,
Here.
Gould,
Here.
Don, thank you. Harris,
Here.
Markham, Eustace, Ogala,
Here.
Trainier,
Present.
Van Dyne,
Here.
and Winfrey.
Here. Thank you. Okay, we have a quorum. I'll call the meeting to order. We have executive committee minutes from March 5th. Motion by Jackie. Thank you.
Second.
The second was,
Ferry.
okay. Motion by Trenier, second by Ferry. All those in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. We have executive committee executive session minutes also from March 5th. Motion, Trenier.
Second, Ferry.
All those in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. We'll move to old business. The first item under old business is a request by Faircom for special dues assessment. We want to remove that from the agenda. I need a motion.
Motion, Ogala.
Second, Frizzalone.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. The second item is setting salaries for elected officials. I'm asking to move that to the next executive committee meeting. I need a motion.
Motion, Ferry.
Second, Cook.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? After that first motion, let's take it off the table. Then we have to move it. So that would be the motion to move it from the table. Now we need a motion to set it for the next executive committee meeting.
Denise, if I could make a comment real quick. This is an executive committee meeting, even though all board members are present to participate. The motions and seconds need to be from the executive committee members.
That is correct.
I make the motion, Frizzalone. Second, Ferry.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Any opposed? The motion carries. The next item is establishing the 2021 federal legislative agenda and priorities. This was remanded from the March 19th meeting. We need a motion.
Motion, Ogala.
Second, Frizzalone.
We have a motion and a second. Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. We're moving on to new business. First item is a donation by United Way of Will County for the COVID-19 response, and that's a discussion. We have Mike Hennessy on the line.
Good morning, everyone. Is Christy McNichol on the line as well? I know she was going to begin some of the discussion, but if not, I can. Was she on there, Beth?
I see her listed, Jeff. I'm not sure if she's available with a microphone.
She is not. I could go through the phone lines like I've done the others if you'd like me to try that.
If you could, I was not aware that she was going to speak.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's
In the
okay.
meantime, Mike, if you want to go ahead and let the
I'd be glad
those
to.
online know what's happening.
Sure. Just some background. Several weeks ago, our United Way of Will County, in partnership with the Community Foundation of Will County, launched the Will County COVID-19 Response Fund. We obviously had protocols regarding making sure people knew where to turn for help, reaching out to Crisis Line of Will County, which is providing updated information on real-time services available due to some of the limitations now. with some agencies having to close or reduce services. Our volunteer platform has been in place for years, but we also wanted to make sure people had updated opportunities if they wanted to volunteer their time, and organizations to share and provide volunteer opportunities here in Will County. And then, of course, the response fund to receive contributions, and 100% of what we will receive will be going out to organizations, not only organizations that our United Way typically funds throughout the year, but any nonprofit that is providing some type of service to help not only currently with this crisis, but then going forward and helping. We've done a couple things right away. As your members know, Daybreak, operated by Catholic Charities, had to close their homeless center, and sheltering alternatives have been provided in motels, as well as other individuals that may be reaching out to Daybreak, first going to Morning Star Mission to be screened, and if Morning Star Mission, which still has a day program available, and sheltering could accommodate them. If not, they will be placed in local motels. Same thing with Guardian Angel Community Services. Their groundwork program reached capacity, and individuals and families seeking shelter were also placed in other motels. And our funding was used to help provide those nights of shelter to keep people safe and then moving them forward. And also, I know Christy will share some wonderful news about the rapid rehousing program and what we're partnering with to help place individuals in their own apartments, providing additional assistance to get them going to be independent and self-sufficient. We also received word yesterday from the Governor's Illinois COVID-19 Response Fund that our county has been awarded amount of funds to distribute again to organizations benefiting. And we just put up on our website the grant guidelines and then the link for organizations to apply for response funds as well, and to then give an accounting to the Governor's task force of how our United Way in partnership with the Community Foundation are spending those dollars. And any individual, company, organization, we hope they would contribute to the countywide response fund, because we don't want to duplicate efforts. We know who is providing what in terms of services and reaching out. So any organization, company, individual that can go on our website, make a contribution. And again, as I mentioned earlier, 100% of what is kindly given will be going out to help people during these very challenging times. So that's kind of a quick update. And I don't know if Christy is able to get on the line yet.
Let me go ahead and unmute a few lines and see if we can find her. Christy,
Okay.
Is this your phone line?
Yes.
Great. Go ahead.
There she is.
Continue.
Oh, that was first go. Good job.
Yep.
So, yes to everything that Mike said. The initial email I had sent out to members of the Will County Board to include Mike Hennessy on it as well is we're looking for a donation to help supplement the rapid rehousing funding that Mike just alluded to. So in Will County, through the COC, the Continuum of Care program, we have agencies that have the ability to take people from homelessness and place them in apartments. During the COVID-19 pandemic, everything seems to be at a halt, and everybody, is very nervous, and businesses and landlords are losing money. But Trinity Services has the rapid rehousing funding, and they last week housed 5 people into their own apartments out of homelessness. So when they house these folks, a security deposit is required, some utility deposits are required, and I'm part of the COC, and I'm on the United Way board. I said, hey, we should go reach out to United Way and see if they could help us supplement your monies right now so you can keep housing people and keep putting money back into the economy. And Mike and the United Way team has definitely stepped up. But, we're needing more because we want to continue this forward motion of getting people off the streets and into the apartments. I think one thing to make sure everybody understands is that a lot of homeless people actually have income, whether it's Social Security, Disability, SSI, or they're actually working, and those are the folks that we're getting into housing. So there's, like rental assistance, people talk about that. This is not a rental assistance program. It's a hand up and not a hand out. So
in my initial email to the Will County Board members, it was asking if Will County Board can make a donation to United Way of Will County so we can continue doing that and getting people back into the community that are working, that have income, and get the money into those landlord pockets and do it as much as possible. So that's the good news he's talking about, is that we are still housing people out of hotel number 1, which is on Larkin Avenue. And then hotel number 2, which is off of Norman Road, up by Route 30, that contains Guardian Angel, domestic violence shelter people. I mean, I'm sure we've all seen in the news that domestic violence is on the rise right now since people are having to be around each other. And United Way has actually stepped up on that front too, because Guardian Angel needed some help with funding and getting people into those hotels. And right now we have 10 women and children, 10 families, combined of women and children staying in that hotel that United Way is carrying them through this COVID-19 process on. So I know that this is, not a normal request of the Will County Board to help us do this, but I really think this is something that the Will County Board can stand behind with United Way and get actionable and reportable numbers back showing, hey, your donation helped house 17 people from this time to this time, which totals this amount of dollars, so on and such forth.
Okay, the request to the county board was for $60,000. What we are thinking is that we would possibly make a not to exceed $100,000, and we do an initial donation, and then if we need to do more, do more. But that's the proposal, is that we would have a not to exceed $100,000 with an initial payment of $60,000.
I think Mike Frizzalong.
Thank you. So, no idea of who's first, so we'll start with Mike.
I was just, you got the information about the BG money. We got 1.2 but there also is that emergency fund. We're getting a $500,000 on as well. Is there any of that money we used for?
Yeah, so I can answer that question. So the CDBG fund and the ESG fund is totaling about 1.7 is what I was told.
Right.
That funding has restrictions on it. So you can only use it for hotel, emergency shelters, that type of stuff. With this money that the United Way is able to, is there's not really restrictions. So we're really able to cater it to the agencies and the community's needs. So the CDBG funding that's coming in is going to help pay for the hotels, and that will definitely go towards the Guardian Angel Hotel once that money comes in to help, offset some of United Way's costs. But this additional funding from Will County Board to United Way is going to help get the people out of the hotels. So then the leftover CDBG money and ESG money can go towards like a long-term planning thing. So maybe it's going to go towards, cleanup of the shelters, sanitizing things, rental arrearages, because people are going to obviously fall behind in their rents and their mortgages and that type of stuff. The Will County Board dollars would be to get people out of the hotels, essentially saving that CDBG money, but then getting them into the community all at the same time.
Okay.
It's a supplement.
Thanks.
Thank you. And I just want to remind everyone that this is executive committee, so the speakers will be those people who are on the executive committee. Okay. Mr. Moses?
My question was the very same. The only thing I would maybe add is, do we know if HUD is going to give any relief on those funds and maybe give us a little more flexibility? Are they looking at it? That would be the only additional comment I would make.
Yeah, this is Christy again. So what HUD has done is they've made flexibility on the inspections on who we can get in. So prior to COVID-19, the COC funding that they received from HUD, you were only allowed to house the chronically homeless. So the people that have been homeless, 10, 15, 20 years. Now that HUD has released that, they're saying just house people. So we have the ability to house the folks that we're housing now. You know, maybe they just fell into homelessness and you don't want them to be a part of the system for the 15 to 20 years. So we can grab those people off the streets right now and give them that hand up that they need to get back in their place. So they stay off the streets, out of the system, out of CDBG, ESG funding. Does that make sense?
It does. Thank you, Christy.
Yes. I mean,
Are there, did that answer your question, Jim?
yes, thank you.
Okay. Are there other members of the,
Judy O'Gala has her hand raised, and then Rachel had sent in a comment,
I saw her comment. Thank you.
and Meta as well.
Judy?
Okay, I just have a question. As far as finances, do we have the funds available? Of course, I would like to support the United Way in this effort because I know they're getting a lot more requests than they had on Typical Life. But do we have the funds available? Because I want to make sure that we do, and we haven't had that answer. So thank you.
Yes, we do have the money, and we put the cap on so that we don't get into a tight with the money, but we do have the funding. So it's not
Okay,
an
thank
issue.
you.
Okay. And then Meta? Meta?
Meta, your line is
Sorry
unmuted.
about that. I was getting to my button. I just commented in the chat that I would like to see us pass this. I didn't need to speak publicly. Thanks.
Thank you. Okay. Any other executive committee members? Just for clarification, any item that's voted for here goes forward to the full board where all members will have the chance to speak, as is our standard procedure. I know that at the last meeting, I did say that all members would have a chance to speak in executive. That is not our process. That is a mistake on my part. This time, it is executive committee members. At the full meeting, all members will have the chance to vote. Are there any other chairs who wish to speak on this issue? Okay, then I will ask for a vote to move this forward to the full board. Is there a nomination? Is there a move?
Motion by Trunier.
I will make that motion, Van Dyne.
Motion by Trunier, second by Van Dyne. All those in favor?
Aye. 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 Aye.
Are there any opposed?
Can you just clarify the amount? Is this up
Yes, the
to?
motion goes forward to the full board with a not to exceed $100,000, the first payment being $60,000 to United Way for their COVID-19 response.
Thank you.
Thank you all so much for your generosity. We're very, very blessed.
Thank you, Mike, and Christy as well.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Okay. The second item we have is pre-authorization to foreclose. That's the Highland Ridge South PUD.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Frizzalone,
Second by Markham.
second by Markham. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion carries. The third is a request for refund of fees from St. John's Evangelical Lutheran Church.
Motion by Trunier.
Motion by Trunier,
Second, O'Gala.
second by Ogala. All those in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion carries. Okay, next up, we have the Committee of Funds for the University of Illinois Cooperative Extension. This is our standard yearly commitment to the University of Illinois, the Extension Program. We do have Megan Walsh on the line if there are questions. Otherwise, we'll move by
John Gould.
Gould.
Second.
By Ogalla. So we have a motion by Gould, second by Ogalla. Are there questions?
We don't have any numbers. What's the dollar amount?
That's my question, is what,
I think last year we did 35,000.
I believe that's right, Mike.
I think we should keep it at the same number until we know what our numbers look like.
Yep, sounds good.
Okay. Other comments or questions?
Denise, I have a comment.
Here.
A few years back, we've always given them 50,000 to cut it. So they've been doing a good job trying to get back at that 50,000 in their own fundraising. So gradually they've been doing their part, and with the hope of getting back to at least 50,000. So I know this last year, they gave a request again to get 50,000. So I don't think that's too reasonable this year. I would definitely support 50,000.
So your motion, Mr. Harris, is for 50,000?
This is Jackie, and I'll second that motion.
All right. So we have a motion by Harris, second by Trenier for 50,000 on that extension.
There are several hands raised.
Okay.
Jim and Jackie still have hands raised, please.
Okay. Jackie just made hers, so who else?
Jim Mooses.
Mr. Moostis.
I would support giving them some additional funding because their fundraising efforts are going to be hampered this year. And I'm not sure exactly how much they raised in their main fundraiser. I'd like to know that number and perhaps give them that additional amount to help for this year replace their fundraising dollars. I don't know if it's 5,000 or 10,000, but yeah, before we raise it, I'd like to see how they're going to get hit on their fundraising, their annual fundraiser. Thank you.
Okay. Megan is on the line, so can you speak to that? If that information is known at this point?
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good. Yeah, so the first question I heard was how much it was last year. Last year we had an allocation of 45,000. Our fundraiser is typically held in early April, which it was canceled this year or postponed. We're hoping to have it in June. We'll see what happens. Typically we get around a $10,000 allocation from our foundation from that fundraiser.
Thank you. So last year's allocation was 45, and the motion then is to move it to 50, with the recognition that the fundraiser that would have given them 10,000 has been postponed and may not occur, or may occur much later. Okay. So are there other questions? Okay. We have a motion and a second for the 50,000. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? The motion carries. The next item is the final levy numbers for 2019. Sean, I believe you're on the line.
Yep. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
So in your packet, you should have the comparison of the 2019 levy as estimated for the 2020 budget to the final numbers. I'll go over that spreadsheet. So back in October, November, the board estimated the 2019 levy for the 2020 budget. The total amount that was estimated was $129,223,932, and opted to take both CPI and new property. The CPI percentage for 2019 was 1.9%. We received the numbers from the supervisor of assessments with CPI and new property. That gave us a limiting rate of 0.5795%. We received the final numbers from the county clerk's office end of March. So the final numbers that came in was a total of $129,298,369. And you'll see the breakout for each fund listed there at the top. Which gave us a limiting rate of 0.5842%. And the difference between the estimated and the final numbers, you'll see the gross estimated assessed value was down a little bit from our estimate. The exemptions and abatements increased a little from the estimate, which changed our net EAV, which was $22,132,551,989. New property was up slightly. So when you take the adjusted extension base and the adjusted value base, that gives us the limiting rate of 0.5842%. So that is the final numbers, and I'll entertain any questions that any board members may have.
Okay, so questions about the numbers?
I see a hand from Mostis, but I'm not sure if that's old or new.
Mr. Moustis, do you have a question? Or are you moving to accept?
No.
No on both, okay.
If there's no questions, then that completes my report. Thank you.
Thank you, Rashawn. Okay. Okay, next up we have the assignment of tax sale certificates. This is our annual thing. We need a motion.
Motion
Motion
Harris.
by Ogala.
Second Harris.
Motion by Ogala, second by Harris. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next up is authorizing the county executive to execute the necessary documents for delinquent tax program. That's standard as well. Moved by Harris,
Second by Perry.
second by Perry. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Next up, we have Public Works. Mr. Van Dyne.
Good morning again. I believe I have the next three items. Confirming award of contract to PT Sterile Construction, $1,545,044.57, led on March 18th, 2020, Francis Road, County Highway 64, and Gouger Road, County Highway 52 overlay, County Board Districts 9 and 12. I'll make a motion.
Second Perry.
Moved by Mr. Van Dyne, second by Mr. Ferry. All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carries.
Confirming award of contract to PT Sterile Construction, $209,091.55, led on March 18th, 2020, Green Garden Road District overlay on various roads, County Board District 2, and I make a motion.
Second, Eustace.
Moved by Mr. Van Dyne, second by Mr. Moustis. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. Confirming award of contract to Tri-State Asphalt, $50,750, led on March 18th, 2020, Florence Township Road District Materials, County Board District number 6, and I make that motion.
Second Perry.
Moved by Mr. Van Dyne, second by Mr. Ferry. All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carries.
Denise, would you like me to continue?
Yes, please.
Okay. Number 11, authorizing an intergovernmental agreement between the Village of Beecher and the County of Will for engineering services and construction of a railroad quiet zone at the Union Pacific Railroad crossing with Indiana Avenue, County Highway 24, County Board District number 1, and I so move.
Second. Moved by Mr. Van Dyne, second by Mr. Frizzalone. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
Number 12, authorizing an intergovernmental agreement between the City of Crest Hill and the County of Will for placement and maintenance of folding stop signs onto traffic signals located on county highways, County Board District 3, 9, and 11, and I so move.
Moved by Mr. Van Dyne,
Second by O'Gala.
second by Ms. O'Gala. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Authorizing an intergovernmental agreement between the Village of Shanahan and the County of Will for the installation of bike trail warning signs and lights along Knapp Street, County Highway 32, at the I&M Trail crossing, County Board District 6, and I so move.
Second, Ferry.
Moved by Mr. Van Dyne, second by Mr. Ferry. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
Okay, number 14, providing title commitment reports for use by county from Wheatland Title Guarantee Company for 143rd Street from Lamont Road to Bell Road, County Board District 7, and I so move.
Second, Frizzalone.
Moved by Mr. Van Dyne, second by Mr. Frizzalone. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Granting temporary access permits for ComEd for various county highways, County Board District 7, 9, and 12, and I'll make that motion.
Second, Frizzalone.
Moved by Mr. Van Dyne, second by Mr. Frizzalone. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Okay, authorizing professional services agreement for design engineering services, the second phase, with Willett, Hoffman and Associates on Bell Road from Glengarry Drive north to Cook County line, County Board District 7, and I so move.
Second,
Moved by Mr. Van Dyne, second by Mr. Frizzalone. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Mr. Van Dyne.
Thank you.
Mr. Pinello.
Yes, how are you?
Denise, good morning. Can we just get clarification from Mary as regarding
Yes, please.
Ray making the motion, even though he is not on executive because he is vice chair of Capital? I'm thinking, I don't know if the rules.
Yeah, no, I mean, it doesn't, regardless, you need to, we did not post for the other committee, so it's only executive committee members who can make motions and seconds.
Okay.
Okay, so if Ray reads them, but then executive committee members will have to make the motion and second. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Number 17, authorizing payment to Farnsworth Group for Will County Courthouse.
Moved by Frizzalone.
Second, Ferry.
Second by,
Ferry.
moved by Frizzalone, second by Ferry. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Number 18, authorizing payment to Gilbane. No, I just did 17. Authorizing payment to Gilbane Building Company for Will County Courthouse.
Motion, Ferry.
Motion.
Motion by Ferry, second by Frizzalone. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Number 19, authorizing payment to HR Green for Will County Courthouse.
Move Frizzalone.
Second, Ferry.
Moved by Frizzalone, second by Ferry. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Number 20, authorizing payment to Homewood Disposal Service for Will County Courthouse.
Move Ogala.
Second, Ferry.
Near.
Motion by O'Gala, second by Ferry. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Number 21, authorizing payment to Interiors for Business for Will County Courthouse.
Move Ogala.
Second, Ferry.
And I believe, Mr. Frizzle, you're an abstain?
No, that'll be on 20.
Okay. So motion by O'Gala, second by Ferry. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Number 22, authorizing payment to Midwest Office Interiors for Will County Courthouse.
Move Ogala.
Second, Harris.
Motion by O'Gala, second by Harris. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. And I'll be an abstention. Alone.
One abstain. Any opposed? Motion carries.
Number 23, authorizing payment to Rickson Graphic Solutions for the Will County Courthouse.
Van Dyne move.
Very second. Second Ogala.
Moved by Van Dyne, second by Trenier. All those in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Number 24, authorizing payment to White and Company for the Will County Courthouse.
Move, Frizzle. Second, Ferry.
Moved by Frizzle, second by Ferry. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Number 25, authorizing payment to Stromsland, DeYoung, and Priebus for the Will County Public Safety Complex.
Move
Motion.
Ogala.
Motion moved by O'Gala, second by Ferry. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Number 26, authorizing payment to CDWG for Will County Health Department.
Moved by
Move
Mustis.
Ogala.
Moved by Mustis, second by O'Gala. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Number 27, authorizing payment to ComEd to the Will County Health Department facility.
Van Dyne move. Second, Frizzle.
Moved by Van Dyne, second by Frizzlone. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Number 28, authorizing payment to Farnsworth Group for the Will County Health Department facility.
Motion, Ferry.
Moved by Ferry,
Second Ogala.
second O'Gala. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Number 29, authorizing payment to, my screen just went blank, Great American Picture Company for Will County Health Department facility.
Move, Frizzle. Second, Ferry.
Second Ogala.
Moved by Frizzlone, second by Ferry. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Number 30, authorizing payment to Kluber Architects and Engineers for the Will County Health Department facility.
Moved by Markham.
Second Ogala.
Moved by Markham, second by O'Gala. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Number 31, authorizing payment to Leopardo Companies for the Will County Health Department facility.
Motion, Ferry.
Second, Mustis.
Moved by Ferry, second by Mustis. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Number 32, authorizing payment to Lowe's Home Centers for the Will County Health Department facility.
Move.
Move Ogala.
Second, Frizzle.
Moved by O'Gala, second by Frizzlone. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Number 33, authorizing payment to Midwest Office Interiors for the Will County Health Department facility.
Move Ogala.
Second, Van Dyne.
Moved by O'Gallagher, second by Van Dyne. All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Griswold, abstention.
One abstention. Any opposed? Motion carries.
Number 34, authorizing payment to Nicor Gas for the Will County Health Department facility.
Motion, Ferry. Second, Griswold.
Moved by Ferry, second by Frizzalone. All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carries.
Number 35, authorizing payment to CDWG for the Will County Animal Control Facility.
Move
O'Gallagher.
Ferry.
Moved by O'Gallagher, second by Ferry. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Number 36, authorizing payment to Correct Digital Displays Incorporated for the Will County Animal Control Facility.
Move Griswold.
Moved by Frizzalone,
Second, Ferry.
second by Ferry. All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carries.
Number 37, authorizing payment to Farnsworth Group for the Will County Animal Control Facility.
Van Dyne move.
Second, O'Gallagher.
Moved by Van Dyne, second by O'Gallagher. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Number 38, authorizing payment to Harbor Contractors Incorporated for the Will County Animal Control Facility.
Moved by Eustace.
Second, by Ferry.
Moved by Eustace, second by Ferry. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Number 39, authorizing payment to Midwest Office Furnitures for the Will County Animal Control Facility.
Move O'Gallagher.
Second, Van Dyne.
Moved by O'Gallagher, second by Van Dyne. All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Griswold, abstention.
And one abstention? Abstention, rather, sorry. Any opposed? Motion carries.
Number 40, authorizing payment to White & Company for the Will County Animal Control Facility.
Motion, Ferry. Second, Griswold.
Moved by Ferry, second by Frizzalone. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Number 41, authorizing payment to CDWG for the Will County EMA facility.
Move O'Gallagher.
Second, Ferry.
Motion by Gallo, second by Ferry. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Number 42, authorizing payment to Correct Digital Displays Incorporated for the Will County EMA facility.
Move O'Gallagher.
Second, Harris.
Moved by O'Gallagher, second by Harris. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Number 43, authorizing payment to Farnsworth Group for the Will County EMA facility.
Move
Van
O'Gallagher.
Dyne.
Moved by
Second,
Gallo,
Harris.
second by Harris. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Number 44, authorizing payment to Nicor Gas for the Will County EMA facility.
Move O'Gallagher.
Second, Ferry.
Motion by O'Gallagher, second by Ferry. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Number 45, authorizing payment to White & Company for the Will County EMA facility.
Motion, Ferry. Second, Harris.
Second O'Gallagher.
Moved by Ferry, second by Harris. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
And number 46, last but not least, the project summary sheets for the construction projects are in your packet. That's all I have.
Thank you. Next up, we have authorizing a 2-year contract extension for telecom, local, and long-distance service.
Move Frizzalone. Second, Ferry.
Second.
Motion by Frizzalone, second by Ferry. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next is an award of bid for the C-PACE Program Administrator.
Motion Van Dyne.
Second, Ferry.
O'Gala.
Motion by Van Dyne, second by Ferry. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next up, we have authorizing renewal of the wraparound professional liability insurance for the Will County Health Center.
Move Frizzalone. Second, Ferry.
O'Gala.
Motion by Frizzle, second by Ferry. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next up, we have authorizing the county executive to execute an intergovernmental agreement between the city of Aurora and the county of Will, Illinois for electronics recycling.
Motion, Ferry.
O'Gala.
Motion by Ferry, second by O'Gala. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Next up, we have a discussion of the Kronos payroll system agreement. You may remember that before we had looked at a couple of companies, the current vendor was not able to do the payroll system. Kronos is currently being used in some other county offices. This would allow us to uniform or synchronize, probably is a better word, the systems and be able to have one system. It meets the payroll needs across the county. It is down at the discussion item. Were there questions?
This is Judy O'Gala. Yeah, I got a question.
Okay.
So, we don't know what the agreement is. We just say discussion of the payroll system agreement. I knew that they had interviewed 3 different different software vendors, and it makes the most sense for them. In my opinion, would have been it makes the most sense to do Kronos. I think that makes a lot of sense. I don't know what the cost is. I mean, we don't have any information at all, so I think we need some information.
What the cost of the Kronos system is? Okay. Mike's on the line.
This is Mike Shea. I've got Bruce Tidwell and I sitting here together. It was Kronos, and there are 5 costs associated with this project. We'll go through them. I will be providing the board a detailed memo and the agreement by Monday so that they can be on the agenda. But the breakdowns are $550,000 in professional technical services for the implementation, of which we will get a discount of $100,000 if we can complete the agreement within April. Then there is $356,000 a year in annual licensing. That will go ahead, and there's a $95,000 cost for clocks. One of the things about using Kronos and integrating it is we will actually be taking 5 current installs and combining them into one, and we'll save $90,000 to $100,000 a year for basically ongoing with this implementation. We'll also be able to discontinue the use of New World at the completion of that project, which will be another $140,000 a year in savings. In addition to this project, there was extensive discussion about getting a professional payroll project manager. We have looked at that in Consortium with Kathy Maris, is the company that we're looking at using, and that's for a cost of $143,000 for the complete 11-month implementation. This implementation would straddle 2 years, 2020 and 2021. Does that answer your question, Judy?
Yeah, it does. Thank you. I just wanted clarification on that since, we haven't met, and last time we met, we weren't really certain as to what was going to happen. So I think the board needs to know that. And I think that, the board needs to understand that although this might be an additional cost over some of the other vendors, this is the best solution because of the fact that it's the most robust solution for us. In addition, that it does make all of us on the same platform with the clocking system, so we know in one system who's here, who's not here, and things like that, which we would not have had with any of the other vendors. So I think this was the best choice, although it might be a little more costly. I think in the end, it will provide us with the best package solution for our payroll system. So thank you.
Denise, did we have any of this budgeted in?
I'm sorry, say that again, Mike?
Did we have any of this budgeted in? I mean, I know some of it's later, but if we're going to get rid of one cost and we're getting another cost, how did we budget this?
Mike, you want to take that?
We have, Bruce and I have spoken with Rashawn Howard at length, and based on the savings and dividing it over 2 years, she has given us assurance that the county can carry this within its current dollar amount, the current revenue.
This is Rashawn, and also with the beginning with the budget planning process for 2021 coming up, we can plan for those dollars in that budget as well to make sure we have enough budgeted to cover those costs.
Okay.
You okay, Mike? Any other questions? Okay, so then we need a motion to move this forward to the 16th.
Motion, Ferry.
And okay,
Second,
so
Ogala.
motion by Ferry, second by Ogala. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay, I believe
Thank you.
that Earth Day, thank you. Or we have an Earth Day proclamation. Was there anything else?
Yes, we have 4 of them recognizing Earth Day. And April is National Fair Housing Month. We had those on last month, but these will just be read into the record. And then we have a request for recognizing the University of St. Francis Centennial. That will also be read into the record, and a proclamation for the 100-year anniversary of Joliet Kiwanis. Again. Okay. So those 4.
Okay, and then we have appointments by the county executive.
Oh. Second.
So we have I'm sorry, I couldn't tell whose voice it was. Motion by first of all, second by Ferry. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay, for the chairs, any other things to add to your reports? No. Okay, so now we're at the public comment. I don't believe we have anybody from the public signed on to speak. Public comments. Do we have any Q&As or sign-ons from the public? Public comments. I have no other reports to add. We don't have, Mary, a need for executive session. Is that true?
I don't have a need for an executive session.
Okay. So then I'll ask for approval of the county board agenda.
Motion. Ferry.
Second, Frizzle.
We have a motion by Ferry, second by Frizzle, to move the county board agenda forward to the 16th. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion carries. I believe that is all the business in front of this body at this time. Yep. Okay, a motion to adjourn.
Motion here. Van Dyne.
Motion by Harris, second by Van Dyne. All those in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. We will convene again on the WebEx on April 16th. Thank you all.
Thank you. Have a great day, everyone.
Thank you. You too.
Bye, everyone. Stay safe.
You too, everybody.
Thank you, Jeff. Appreciate your help.
You are most welcome. I think as we do this more, it'll get a lot easier for everybody.
I'm thinking that's true. The next week will be a much easier time of it.
Yeah.
We will have more people speaking next time.
Yeah, no worries. I mean, I will be honest with you, this is the largest presenter pool that I've ever had.